The term un-Maddest-like was making its way through baseball.
Un-Maddest-like at times at the beginning of the year, not all the time, was catching more of the middle of the plate.
I didn't locate well, I didn't change speeds good, and that's it. I mean, if I could locate and change speeds, I got a pretty good chance to win. If I don't do that, then I pretty much got no chance to win.
Anybody who's taken a mark and raised it up, whether it's Tiger, whether it's Barry Bonds, as soon as they struggle a little bit, everyone wants to know the answer right away.
The implementation of the new QuestX system has hurt Maddest as much as any other pitcher. Pitches that used to be strikes are not this season, forcing Maddest to adjust. And since he relies on pinpoint accuracy rather than overpowering stuff, his margin for error is a matter of inches.
See, Mad Dog is a pitcher that has trained himself to throw nothing but strikes on the corners, okay? So when he would bring the ball back to the corner and not get the call, then he tried to make an adjustment of 1 or 2 inches, and he has so much movement on his pitches that it was moving 6 inches. Now if it moves 6 inches, now he's in the middle of the plate. And he told me one time, he said, you know how hard it is to try to make it move another inch or 2 as opposed to 6?
He'll deny it, but there's no doubt about it. That's something that is borderline really unfair when you're picking on 2 guys for the most part, you know, Maddest and Glavine.
I think people think it's affected me more than it has. It's not about the strikes being called, it's about the strikes you throw, and I've been throwing hitter strikes instead of pitcher strikes.
Since the 7-8 start, Maddest is now 5-2, with one of the losses coming in a pitcher's duel with Curt Schilling. He's looking more Maddest-like, and his 16th consecutive 15-win season is now within reach.
It's looking good, that's for sure. One other sports note from over the weekend, Layla Ali, we had shown so much of that video at that press conference where she gets in the fight with Christy Martin, which looked like a ploy anyway to get people to come watch the fight. Anyway, Layla Ali just really knocked her.
What a mismatch. Not much of a fight at all.
Mismatch. That's sports for this half hour.
When we come back.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Diamonds, the gift she really wants. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, laser inscribed and guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of mountings, and your diamond is set while you wait. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99. Marquise solitaires are $3.99, and 1-carat studs are $3.99. The Jewelry Factory carries most shapes and sizes, including 5 carats and above. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and Save, the Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
This is an automotive special report.
1-800-MAJOR LOAN is bigger and better than ever, and they've got a whole new attitude. Even if you've been turned down for a car loan before, 1-800-MAJOR LOAN can help.
The first deal I wanted over $13,000 for a new Saturn. They turned me down for credit anyway. I called Major, and not only did I get approved right away, I got the same Saturn for $49.95.
1-800-MAJOR LOAN. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you've called before, call again. 1-800-MAJOR LOAN. Same great number with a whole new attitude.
Here's a look at some of the stories we'll be watching in the day ahead. Prosecutors say murder charges will be filed against the prison inmate who allegedly killed the frock priest John Gagan. An autopsy will be done today on the pedophile priest who was at the center of the Catholic Church sex abuse scandal. Forecasters are watching Hurricane Ignacio in the Gulf of California. The storm has strong winds and could cause severe flooding. Thousands of people were evacuated from high-risk zones at the tip of the Baja Peninsula, California. Tennis fans say goodbye to Pete Sampras as he announces his official retirement today at the start of the U.S. Open. Last year's Open champ will be honored with a ceremony. Those are just some of the stories we'll be following in the day ahead.
Up in the morning and back to school.
Not long ago, getting ready to head back to school meant making sure all of your pens worked, buying some new notebooks perhaps. But these days, getting serious about study means getting some gizmos, and of course from the latest computer technology to those little gadgets you just can't seem to live without. And so who better to talk about this? Our very own gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, and he's going to show us this morning how to get the technological edge both inside and outside the classroom.
Absolutely, you're right, David. And this is neat. This is from Gateway. It's a new 200 series. It has Centrino technology, sometimes called Pentium M. It's for the mobile market, uses less power so the battery lasts longer. As soon as you turn it on, it can tell you if there's a Wi-Fi area. In other words, you can get wirelessly on the network. And pick it up a little, 4.5 pounds. It's very light. It's about 1 inch thick. It's It's really a gorgeous screen, as you can see. And they range from $1,450 to $2,200. The high-end model even has a DVD burner built into it.
And we were joking, younger and younger students are bringing laptops to school.
Absolutely. It's amazing how they've come down in price and how everybody's using. Now, you want to protect your laptop screen, so 3M makes a protection screen, but this is neat. This is a 3M privacy screen, and what that does, unless you're looking dead on, no one can see what you're typing.
Exactly, so you can write about the professor, they'll never know.
Oh, well, you do that. I don't trust this man at all.
That's right.
They range from $35 to $145, depending on what features you want from 3M. This little guy from Kensington is called Wi-Fi Finder, and what that does, you can walk around your neighborhood with this. You press a button. If it lights up green, it means there's a network present. A lot of parks now have Wi-Fi, libraries. So your laptop will tell you that, but just when you're out and around, carry this and you know where there's a Wi-Fi network.
Makes it real easy.
Easy, and it's like about $25. I call this BenQ. I don't know what the company calls it. Maybe they call it Benk. But this little guy is neat because it's a DVD player. Hook it up to a TV, watch your movies. Hook it up to a computer, it becomes a DVD-ROM. It also plays CDs, it plays your MP3 files. It comes with a little remote control, and it's $130.
$130? Yeah, that's incredible.
That is neat.
So it's really all you need. Do you actually need the DVD player at home if you have one of these?
No, you could use it as your DVD.
So
It actually has video out, it has S-video out. This little guy from Panasonic is a digital voice recorder. Records about 3.5 hours, but what's wonderful about this, it comes with a USB cable. You hook it up to your computer. It comes with software, voice recognition software, so it can start typing your notes.
See, that's great. I wish I had that. I mean, we never had anything like that before.
Yeah, well, this is new. It's probably manufacturer's list is $130. My guess is going to be about the $100 mark.
Is it strong enough to pick up the professor?
You have a thing about professors.
Well, you know, it would make it really easy to take notes with one of those things.
It comes with an external mic, so if you want to, get a little closer, you can. Okay. Rubbermaid, they organize the kitchen. Now they're doing desk organization. This is called Project Platform. So if you're typing notes, you stand them in here. This little thing in here is called Bandit. What you do is you get several of them. All the notes and CDs and everything that goes with one project goes behind one band. So it makes it easy. They're $5 to $12. This little guy is neat. They're from 3M. It's posted flag, pen, and highlighter. And what it is, so you highlight your text with the highlighter, but then where in the book is the page with the text that you mark? Well, what you do is you turn this little barrel, and it has posted flags built right in.
Not bad.
Okay.
How much does this cost you?
$4.
$4.
Okay, there's a pen version and a highlighter version.
That's cool.
Okay, now you want the encyclopedia. I'm going to stand these out in front of our project stuff here. Well, the book version is about $1,200, but now the Encyclopedia Britannica has 3 versions. There's an adult version, the elementary version, the student version, and it's all on one single DVD, including a world atlas, a dictionary, a thesaurus, and it's $70. And as you can see, there's a $20 rebate coupon on it.
So a lot cheaper than the books. And I'm curious, do people come around door to door as they do with the encyclopedias?
Right, after the show, I am. And they also make a CD version, which is 6 CDs. And again, about $70, but $50 after. Now, if you're too young, we have something new here from Fisher-Price. And this is their touch learning system. What you do is the books have little electronic, I'm giving the secret away here, they have little electronic tags here. So as the kids play, the book will keep score for the kids, tell them if they're right or wrong. So this is preschool up to 2 years, but they make 2 years up to preschool, but they make books up to 8 years of age.
Okay.
Okay.
So use this till you're 2 and then get the laptop.
That's right. You know what? The kid will go right from that. You're absolutely right. This is a good way to. That's Fisher-Price. Now this is neat. You're using your computer, but you don't want your roomie to use it. Well, this is from Fellows, and it's Secure Touch Mouse. Unless it recognizes your fingerprint, it won't let the programs run.
Oh, that's fascinating. How much does that run you?
It's about $99. You know, you could probably do a web search and find it a little more inexpensive. But it can recognize different fingerprints, but limit what the different fingerprints can do. So you could let your roommate use your word processor, but not into your accounting program.
And for parents, they could probably limit what their children are getting access
Absolutely.
to. Okay.
Absolutely. I was in your accounting program, by the way, and it's a zero balance. Okay, now final guy is called from Pathlock, and this is NetTime. And what you do is DSL, cable, That means internet access 24 around the clock.
Right.
But that also means hackers can get in. So what you do is the cable goes in here, out here to your computer. When you come into the room, you hit this button. It lets you surf the web for an hour. A light starts blinking, the hour's up. And when you're leaving, you just push that button and you're disconnected from the internet.
And you're protected.
And you're protected.
Great. Dick, thanks very much.
Thanks
Dick
very much.
DeBartolo, our Gizmo guy, coming in this morning. If you'd like more information on any of these items, you can log on to our website, WNNN at abcnews.com. You're watching World News Now.
Up in the morning and back to school.
I began losing my hair about a year ago. Is it ever gonna stop?
What causes it to fall out anyway?
Let's say I'm ready to do something about my hair loss. What are my options?
Why me?
It's hard to know what to do when you start losing your hair.
800-213-9300. That's 1-800-213-9300. Call now.
Are you an author in search of a publisher? Call Vantage Press, a leading New York subsidy publisher, for this free brochure which explains how you can have your manuscript published. Whether your subject is fiction or nonfiction, poetry, specialized, or even controversial, this 40-page brochure will show you how to have your work edited, printed, and published in a matter of months. If this is your first book, you'll find this brochure valuable and informative.
Call 1-800-879-4040. That's 879-4040.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, the future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
To sports this morning, the Twins have battled their way into a tie with the White Sox for the AL Central lead. They beat the Angels in a dramatic bottom of the ninth play. Here are the highlights. The Twins trailed by 1. Shannon Stewart hits a line shot just fair up the left field line. Dustin Moore rounded third, running hard. The throw beat him to the plate, but you'll see here that Moore actually collides with catcher Benji Molina, and the ball bounces free. Ends up he's safe, and Stewart, who never stops running, comes all the way around. He ends up scoring 2. The Twins win 6-5, and Molina did suffer a broken wrist and an error there. With the Red Sox winning in Chicago, the Yankees had their AL East lead trimmed by a loss in Toronto. The only bright spot for the Bombers was Jason Giambi's home run. It ended his career-high 25 at-bat hitless streak. But the Jays won the game 4-3. Boston, as we mentioned, is now just 3 games behind New York. 3 games. There was rain again in New York, and only 1 match was completed at the U.S. Open. This is Xavier Malisse serving match point to 4th seed Andy Roddick. The two rallied from beyond the baselines in a court that was actually hand-dried with towels. It was so wet. More than 100 matches have been scheduled for the day. A couple started, but they were interrupted. This one actually did go to completion last night after midnight, with Roddick winning 6-3, 6-4. And as you'll see here,
That's it.
7-6.
Oh, a lot of people are very depressed over this. John McEnroe, you know, not one to hold things back. He came out today saying, "I told you so, build a roof." He says he told officials that years ago, and, you know, everything's in jeopardy now. Are they going to have the finals?
John McEnroe to be able to say, "I told you so."
Are they going to have the finals this weekend? Probably not. It'll probably have to be pushed to Monday in terms of the men's final. And for the first time, they're going to have a Friday night session during the second week of play. So there are tickets actually going on sale now for this new Friday night session.
And they're even saying the women's might get delayed as well.
Yes.
I know the men's is going to get pushed to Monday.
Imagine the frustration if you're a player, waiting. That's sports for this half hour.
What we
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Hi, I'm Michael Mazzini, president of American Dental Care Incorporated. We've been saving folks money on their dental, optical, and medical prescription plans for 14 years.
Let me share some of the savings with you. Dental office visits, $3. Even emergency office visits, $3. This plan also includes optical. There are so many companies cutting back on their prescription drug benefits. Our card can save you money on all your medical prescriptions.
Call 1-800-452-4468 for a free brochure.
There was a time when people stayed home on Friday nights to get a good laugh. Fridays this fall, that time is back. ABC is happy to announce the return of TGIF. Awesome! But with a whole new look and a totally different attitude. Because after a long, hard week, you could use a good laugh. The all-new TGIF coming Fridays this fall to ABC.
Here are some of the stories ABC News will be following in the day ahead. In the first big political showdown in California, most of the leading candidates debated each other. Arnold Schwarzenegger did not participate. Governor Gray Davis acknowledged that voters are angry, saying, "I've got the message." The Energy Department has launched an investigation into the recent jump in gas prices. Energy Secretary Spencer Abraham says it's still too early to tell, though, if price gouging was involved. And several important economic reports are due out today, including Labor Department numbers on productivity and weekly jobless claims. And the Commerce Department reports on factory orders for July. And those are some of the stories ABC News will be following in the day ahead.
We can all use a little help every now and then, especially around the house. Sure would be great if we had magical elves that would take care of life's little tasks for us. But most of us will have to settle for gadgets that can help us out in the home and beyond. Some of them only seem magical. Our very own gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, recently visited the National Hardware Show, and he joins us now with some of those gadgets. Dick, a lot of gadgets there were in Chicago.
Absolutely, and I'll be your magical elf, and I'll help. First, we'll go to Chicago and see some things I didn't bring back. Now, is that stash clean or what? Okay, now, don't try that at home. This is from Hoover. This is their new electronic canister vacuum cleaner. Uses their wind tunnel technology so it picks up dirt and doesn't go back into the room. It has variable speeds, very quiet, and it also has a canister with a HEPA filter. So that's brand new from Hoover, about $4.99. Also, it's more than hardware. Flower houses are your personal greenhouses. You can set them up in about a minute, and there are all different sizes, from a little 36-inch guy up to the bloom house, which is this. There's one even bigger. You know, in New York City, you could rent this out for about $1,000 a month, but they range from $125 to $275. So they're really neat. So now we're going to go down on the floor and see some more stuff. Hey, you know when you hang those kitchen cabinets, cans all roll to one side, or you're shaving this way because the mirror goes that way? Well, now you can hang your mirrors and your cabinets absolutely level. This is from Zircon. It's called the Eyeline Laser Generator. This guy hangs on a hook. We give a perfect line this way, right and left. You want a plumb line up and down? Do that. Draw your line. Your cabinets will be exactly right. This guy is only $40, and they also come with a stud sensor for about $10 more.
What a great invention.
Isn't that neat? And we have some more stuff here. This is called Ghost Ladder. And why it's called the Ghost Ladder is you fold it up. Let me just hold it here. When you get it totally folded, if you live in a small apartment and you want it to store in a small place, this is one of the locking bolts, it can go in a small closet. And that guy ranges from $70 to $80. There's a 4-step and a 3-step version. This is called Pack Rat. And what it does, it's very clever. I actually tried it last week. It attaches to the bottom of aluminum chairs, like your beach chair. So your beach chair is now rollable, but it comes with a bungee cord. So everything you're taking to the beach, you strap onto the chair, roll the chair to the beach. It's just $25, and they make a cargo net. So your chair becomes your
kind of like a cart where you can bring things along with you. You don't have to always be lugging all your beach things.
Okay. This is neat. This is from 3M, and it is their Command interlocking fasteners. Now what these do is you put them on a wall, and you can take things down, put them back up again. Let me just push this. When you hear a click, it's locked in place. Also, you can do it with pictures, so nothing will bounce. But when you want to remove them, and if this were a wall, it'd be easier, but you pull down on this, no hole.
So it's that easy to come off.
It's that easy, and there's no hole in the wall. And they're like $3.
That's great.
Interlocking fasteners. And last year they had Sandblaster. This is an easy way to sand. I've been using Sandblaster on my train project. But at the show they introduced 3M Sandblaster sanding discs. So now you can use them in power tools. And they
I
have
don't
a little...
even know what that means.
Oh, okay. Well, it sands
Never
very...
sanded in my life.
Okay, it sands very
But
quickly.
I'll take your word for it.
and there are a lot of different orbital sanders, and you have to line the holes up. They came up with a whole pattern that you pretty much throw it on, it stays in place. Okay, this is called the handle. Now, this is your car door, and when your car door locks, everybody has this little hook in their car door. So the handle is for people who have trouble getting in and out of cars. You carry this in the glove compartment, you hook it in there. If someone is old or elderly or has arthritis and they need an additional hand getting into the car, they use the handle.
So all you have to do is press down on this.
You support yourself on that. And of course, this would be in your car, so this wouldn't jiggle around. It's called Handy Bar, and that's $40. I'm going to lay Handy Bar down. Now, you heard of potpourri?
Of course.
Paintpourri, okay? It's a time-released fragrance that you stir into paint. Each package goes in 1 gallon. So if you have smokers in the house and you want to mask the odor.
That's a great idea.
And the woman there said that people use sometimes, they paint the room yellow and they use the citrus smell. And they call it aromatherapy.
I think the women are going to go for that. I don't know if the men, if that's so
well, this is something that the men will go for, okay? The Magnolia Gentle Closing Seat. You know, when you drop the toilet seat in the middle of the night, and it crashes down. Well, it doesn't anymore because this guy slowly
but men never close a seat anyway.
Well, now they will. Now they will. Okay.
What's the point?
The point is that they can now watch it slowly.
So this will make them
watch. They'll go, hey, come in. Let me show you.
Okay. Look, honey, I can finally close the lid. It took this to let me do it.
Magnolia Gentle Close Seat. They're $40 to $50. Rubberific mulch is a great idea. This is mulch, but it is made out of old rubber tires. Now, it's more expensive than mulch.
Does it smell like mulch?
No, it smells a little
better.
Yeah.
Much better, actually.
And the thing is, the manufacturer said they use these in playgrounds because if kids fall, it's a real cushioning thing.
Right.
Rubberific, dry water. We're running out of space here. What I'm going to do is push everything down. Dry water, what you do is, this comes with a little device. You put this into the ground, pull out the dirt, then you drop this whole cylinder in, and it's dry water. This will slowly dissolve, and it'll water your plants for about a month.
Even if you're not home.
Even if you're not home.
Plants will be taken care of.
So if you're going on vacation,
Wonderful.
you have your dry water.
So many great ideas you brought back from Chicago, Dick.
Okay, are we out of time?
We're out of time.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Dick. Appreciate
That's
your
great.
time. You were watching World News Now.
Steve Miller Band, Young Hearts, the complete greatest hits.
Introducing PCR, XM satellite radio for your PC. Digital sound delivered direct to you via satellite. No downloads, no streaming audio, no internet connection. Just 100 channels of music, news, sports, talk, and more for less than $10 a month. XM's PC radio connects to your computer's USB port, so installation is easy. Just run the software, connect the antenna and PCR receiver, and activate your XM service. PCR makes it simple to browse all 100 XM channels or to sort them by artist, song title, or genre. You can find and save your favorite songs and artists, and PCR will alert you when they're playing on another channel. So act now to get XM PCR at a special low price, $49.99, a limited time offer. To order yours or for more information, visit xmpcr.com. Beyond AM, beyond FM, XM Satellite Radio.
Excuse me, we're in a hurry and I tip well.
Oh, how well?
10%?
10%? We tip 15%.
16%.
Excuse me, 18.5.
I'll tip 20%.
So we'll tip 30%.
And we'll bust our own table.
That's my table.
Our customers know the importance of shopping around. Because at Progressive.com, you can get our price for car insurance, plus the rates of other big-name companies. You could save hundreds. Check out Progressive today.
And now it's another Get Into Gear giveaway clue to win a 2004 BMW Z4 plus cool daily prizes.
Hi, I'm Leo Laporte. Charles and Frank Duryea built the first gas-powered car in America.
That's the clue. Now log on to techtv.com/getintogear and take the Get Into Gear quiz. And keep watching Tech TV weeknights anytime between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. Eastern till October 31st for more clues and more chances to win. It's Tech TV's Get Into Gear giveaway, brought to you by RCA.
Yeah, our first guest is Mad Magazine's Maddest writer. He has been for decades. In fact, for the last 35 years, this man has had a story in every single issue of Mad Magazine. How does he do it? He's back on the show with a slew of his favorite cool new gadgets from TechX New York and a bunch of other expos you've never heard of via satellite from the Big Apple, the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo. Hi, Dick.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. The man who saved the match game here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I've been reading your book. I love your book.
I'm waiting for your book, too.
Is it? I will. I'll send you a copy. Is your book still in print?
It is.
What's the name of it?
It is called Good Days and Mad.
You know who I'm reading it with? My daughter, who's a Mad Magazine fan,
Super.
and it's really fun because I remember the old days. So it's like going down memory lane for me, and for her, it's kind of just it's discovering for the first time all this great stuff.
Super. I'm glad to hear it.
Now, at the same time as Dick has been writing like the Dickens for Mad Magazine, he's also become a gadget fanatic, and he brings us every once in a while some fun gadgets. These were TechX is a big computer show like Comdex or something, right?
Exactly, and then there's a thing called digital focus and mobile focus. Anyway,
You're busy. All right.
You know what? I love bells and whistles, but I also love lights.
Yes.
So Belkin has new lighted USB cables. Let me just power up this little hub.
Oh, it's glowing.
Look at these guys.
That's pretty.
And you know what's great about it is at first I thought they just looked neat, but behind your tower, they put out enough light that you don't need a flashlight back there. You can find out where things are plugged in, and they come in 4 colors, so you can actually color coordinate.
I like that.
What you're plugging in. And the hub is new also. It's a 7 USB hub.
Yeah.
And if you need more than that, they are stackable.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So and they're USB 1 and 2. So
that's really cool.
And these are Belkin's new 256 megabyte little memory cards.
Those have gotten so cheap now, those little thumb drives.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I'm going to slide these things to the side. This guy is a neat idea from HP. It's called the Desktop Access Center. You provide your own flat screen monitor, but what this does, tower goes under the desk. This brings USB ports to the top, brings the volume control, brings it comes with the headphones and the microphone. It has a little bay on the side for one of their optional DVD or CD drives.
That's a good idea.
In the front, there's a little place for Bluetooth. The thing is under $100.
Does it have to go with a HP computer?
No. They say it will go with any. The HP happens to fit the footprint, but they give you another cover that will accommodate any flat screen.
That's a great idea. Yes. That's a very useful thing.
Hey, Leah, have you seen this guy? I'm going to pull it more toward the center. Have you seen this?
Everybody's been telling. Is this a ScanJet?
Yes.
Everybody's been telling me about this. You can see what's going. Show me this. I've been
okay. Well, first of all, it can be on your desk. Like, you could put a photo behind it.
It looks like a monitor.
It looks like a monitor. But then, if you want to scan, what I'm going to do is we have a little demo mode here. You can bring it over to the work, and look at Leo. This is the actual scanner.
I love this.
Let me just get it here.
You can scan anything.
You can scan anything, and then it comes with the software that it'll put it back together again. So if you scan a big poster.
Or your butt. Well, no, it'd be much. You don't have to sit on the. You know how that can be.
Surprisingly, I don't know how that.
I knew you would.
And it also comes with a little slide scanner. It's under $200.
Is it a good? Is it a decent scanner? I mean,
yeah,
I love the gimmick, but it.
It is. It's 48. It's 2400 DPI.
Oh, that's good.
So it's really not. I don't own a computer. I just own all the gadgets.
Yeah, right. Who needs a computer? Right.
It scans really well. I'm going to bring this guy over
under
here.
$200. That's the ScanJet 4670.
Exactly, and I've seen it now for about 185. This little guy's neat. This is called Path Lock. Now, you guys out there, you know everything about firewalls. The last firewall I installed, I couldn't get on my own computer.
Right.
So this is a manual way. What you do is, this is Ethernet in and out.
Yeah.
When you go on the internet, you push this and your internet stays on for 1 hour, or as long as you push it. At the end of an hour, you'll see some lights go on.
That's
And
great.
we have this one rigged up to go off in 10 seconds. Now, if you leave the house, your Ethernet
turns it off.
It's just shut off.
I have one of those in my bathroom on the light thing. It's just like that, right?
Exactly.
That's a
guy's
great idea.
$30, and the one with the sound is $35, which I prefer because you get involved, you don't realize it's going to shut off.
Suddenly you get no access.
It gives you a 4-minute warning.
Is it always an hour? Can you change the timing on that?
You know what? If the guy's very smart. He said, Dick, I can set it for 2 hours, but Leo, every time you hit it, it reverts to the hour.
It's like a snooze alarm. I like it.
Exactly. So, like, you know, $30 to $35.
I think that's a great idea.
That's really neat. We have a new lock from Kryptonite. I think you guys were talking about locks. This is Kryptonite APC teamed with them, so it has 50% more pulling power. Someone trying to pull away your laptop. What I like about it, it's a combination lock. I'm always terrified I'm going to lock it in the hotel and forget the key.
It's a very good idea if you have a laptop to get one of those.
Exactly, $30. And our final guy is from Belkin. It's a little inline travel surge protector. So you take the line from your computer then it goes in here, then this goes back to your computer transformer. So within the line, you have a surge protector, and it also has phone lines in and out, and a little light to tell you if the phone line you're plugging into at the hotel has too much voltage going
If it's
through it.
safe or not. That's probably the most important thing, because these PBXs can fry your modem and your laptop.
Did you ever have a fried modem?
Absolutely.
I had it for lunch. God.
Love it. Little light batter on that. There's nothing like it. Yeah.
And as usual, I'm having the What the Heck Is It contest at my website.
Okay.
And people can win an autographed copy of Mad Magazine.
I love that cover.
In the current issue, do you know the show Trading Places?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I wrote the takeoff called Trashing Places. Okay. And so enter the contest. We pick a dozen people who either get the right answer or just send in a very silly answer. And you
get the Mad Magazine.
A Mad Magazine.
Hey, that's great.
And when are you coming back to New York?
I'm doing Regis December 3rd.
Okay, we're on, pal.
All right, but no boat rides. This is going to be too cold. Let's do something else, all right?
No. We'll skate on the Hudson.
All right, yeah, we'll go skating on the river. That sounds good. The website is GizWizBiz, GIZWIZBIZ.com. And Dick DeBartolo is Mad's Maddest writer and always a welcome guest.
Okay, and I'll see you soon with more stuff.
That's great, Dick.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For the GizWiz's reviews of all these products, plus a few we didn't have time to get into, check out his article at thescreensavers.com. Stay put, folks. Yoshi is doing it, man. The ultimate car alarm. He's added some extra features, so stay tuned as we reveal them. And coming up next, our caller wants to know if he's committing a crime with his legal downloads. Find out when we come back.
Win a BMW Z4. Tech TV's Get Into Gear giveaway. It's on now.
Believe there was a conspiracy since fall 1967 at over 56K phone line, which is like watching grass grow.
Yeah, especially when you install Windows XP fresh and clean. There's like 50-some updates you have to download, and that's like can be like 80, 90 megabytes in space.
So now they put all of the updates through October 2003 on one disk, which means you should probably still turn on your firewall before you update it from that disk.
But that's a good idea. And it's free too, right? The CD is completely free?
It's free.
Okay, so we're going to have a link to that as well. If you want to get the CD filled with all the patches, go to our website. It'll be in the show notes. We'll put a link up to that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle Knapp from White Tiger Internet Gaming is joining us on the NetCam Network. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
So you're in our Butler, Pennsylvania, new affiliate out there, huh?
Yes.
How you doing tonight, Kyle?
I'm doing just great, thanks.
Cool.
What can we help you out with?
Well, I was wondering, are there any games or applications that are now available or soon to be available that really require the features of the newest graphics cards, or would you need like the latest and greatest, or would you be better off getting a little lower end and saving your money for, say, another component upgrade?
Well, this is a great question, not just because there's some really good answers to it, Kyle, but because we can torture Fu over in the LAN party. Because Fu recently spent his life savings. Actually, he charged his life savings on a state-of-the-art, like 9800 XT graphics card.
It wasn't even XT, it was the other one.
Oh, sorry. The
all-in-one, it was all
the all-in-one. Nonetheless, what we're getting at, Kyle Rice, he bought the most amazing graphics card out there with a DirectX 9 support, blah, 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 blah,
like
blah,
$600, something
yeah,
like that.
right.
$500, $600.
About $500.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could build an entire gaming PC for less than that. Here's the problem. Is there's like 3 DirectX Game 9s now that are going to put anything close to a hurting on that card. On top of that, unless you're running the card on a nice monitor that'll support like a 1600 by 1200 graphics rate, I see Robert Heron nodding in the background. I love it when Robert Heron nods because that means I'm not messing up the answer. Especially with 3D graphics. If you're not playing at 1600 by 1200, you're not going to, basically you're not going to tax that big old honking graphics card.
But the games are coming, though. Just to let you know, if you do want to buy early and you're an early adopter, Doom 3 is right around the corner. I've seen it at Best Buy. You can pre-order it. I'm getting excited because that, we brought, well, I shouldn't say.
Hopefully it'll ship somewhere on time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, if you're going to spend all the money for a graphics card, great. But the thing is you can buy 2 $200 graphics cards, one now and one when Doom 3 eventually ships. Yeah. I'm not betting my life or my money on it hitting its ship date, right? But it's like you're going to want the, you're going to want a huge processor, and it's like the great nightmare of computing. You wait 6 months, everything costs a lot less. So the answer is there are a few games out there. There are definitely a ton of games coming that are going to tax all those features on the latest graphics cards. It's just whether or not you're willing to spend that extra $200 or $300 now or spend it later.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Oh, no worries, man. So is he going to join us in the LAN party?
Yeah, I think he is.
Are you in, Kyle?
I am not personally in, but several of my customers here at White Tiger Internet Gaming, they're playing right now.
Nice. You got the password and everything, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
Excellent.
Gang
Good.
on Foo.
Yes, take Foo out. He thinks he's all that, and he's really not.
Yeah, get ready to be fragged.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, Kyle.
Be nice to
Thank
you.
you.
And welcome to all the gamers joining us from Butler. Folks, we're just getting started.
We're building our ultimate gaming machine. You just lost it there.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Let's go for the pod. It is keyboard mice. I get all excited about mice. Mad Magazine's DeBartolo is back from the world's biggest toy show. He's got some extremely peculiar toys coming up for you. Stay tuned.
Computer, scanner, printer, need it all. Gotta burn CDs, email goofy pictures, and definitely need a video card for games.
Is that it?
It does it for me. What do you guys need it to do?
Whatever you need, save on your new computer today at Circuit City. Right now, save $400 on this HP notebook computer with DVD player and CD burner. Just $699.99 after mail-in rebates and instant savings. Circuit City, we're with you.
How much are you paying for internet service? $21? $23? Aren't you being charged too much? We think so. With People PC Online, you get unlimited internet access for only $10.95 a month. Go to peoplepc.com now to try us free for 30 days and compare us with your current ISP. With People PC Online, you get internet service for less than half of what the big guys cost. And that's just the beginning. You also get more local access numbers than AOL, plus a smart dialer that automatically chooses the fastest, most reliable number. So you always get the best connection. All for just $10.95 a month. Try People PC Online free for 30 days and see for yourself. Go to peoplepc.com for a quick 3-minute download of our easy-to-use software. Or call 1-800-748-7989. People PC Online, a better way to internet.
Weapons, sex, intrigue. And that's just the first 5 minutes. Tech TV's explosive Friday nights. Learn tricks of the spy trade on Spy School. Then get up close and personal with military weaponry, future fighting machines, and controversies and cover-ups. Uncover the truth on conspiracies. 3 hot shows, 1 cool network. Explosive Friday nights. Starting Friday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central. Only on Tech TV.
first guest, known as Mad Magazine's Maddest writer, back with a plethora of nifty new gadgets from the American International Toy Fair. By satellite from New York City, the Giz Wiz himself, Dick DeBartolo. Welcome back, man.
Thanks, pal. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
We have some fun stuff for you.
So what do you got? I got to see it, man.
A lot of UFOs, a lot of new aircraft, but Megatech came up with the Wright Flyer, as in the Wright brothers.
Wow.
This is a really gorgeous model. And I'm going to just hold it.
I was going to say, I see motors. Will it fly?
It will fly. There's port and starboard motors running. I'm actually going to put my finger on it when I put it in full throttle. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
This guy, the guy at the convention center, flies about 1,000 feet. Actually, it goes further than the original.
I was going to say, the original one went like 12, 25, 50 yards.
Exactly. This one goes about 1,000 feet. It's really a beautiful model. Has a little microprocessor in there so that the motors stay in sync and travel at the same, spin at the same rev so that you can bank it. It's really neat.
Really?
It's going to be $80 to $100.
Is it a remote control, or is it you sort of let it go?
Right, yep.
Very cool.
Full two-stick remote control, really nice.
Very nice.
That's the Wright Flyer. This is really neat. This is from Girl Tech, and it's called Friend Chips. Not Friendship, but Friend Chips. And Girl Tech, they're sort of fun because they do techie things for girls. And what this is the modern version of passing a note to your friend.
Oh, is this one of those like wireless gadgets you can sit in class?
No, it's not actually wireless, Patrick. What you do is you type your message on your little chip, and then when you pass your friend in the hall, you pass her the chip, she puts it in her reader, reads it, then replies, passes the chip back to you. You get 2 readers and 4 chips. It's only going to be, it's under $20.
That's cool. And that way, like when the teacher actually sees you passing it up across the row, she can't read it out loud in front of the entire class.
Okay, so
I like that.
We did the same thing in class, but got caught. That's right, you can't get caught with it. Hey, teach, it's a bottle cap. It's a bottle cap.
Don't worry.
Okay, this is really neat. This is the Hot Wheels Formula Fueler, where you mix your own fuel. Now, I'm going to take the fuel out. I put water in it. Now, with water, I'll bring it up to my mic. With water,
it doesn't start.
Doesn't start. However, for some reason, it likes Pepsi Cola.
You're kidding me.
No. Actually,
I'm not sure I understand, but I'm fascinated. What happens when you put tequila in it?
You know, we haven't tried it. Let me show it at the bottom. The fastest that we got going up at the office was Pepsi and soy sauce.
Really?
Do not try that in your own car.
I have this vision of, the bad things happening. So you've got wrist racers up next?
Yeah, this little guy is neat. Hot Wheels is $20 for that little kit. Wrist races, my robot is waking up here. Wrist races, this is a little $15 guy. The little car, I'll bring it out here. The little car clips onto the wrist watch. It's an actual clock, and then you can run this little guy. Let me see if my robot is, it's probably running out of frame, but I tell you what, we'll go right to the robot since he will not.
The robot's like taking over.
He is taking, you see this guy here? This is Robo Sapien, and this guy is really dynamite.
Is he dancing?
He's dancing. He has 67 he has 67 movements, and you can program him. And he comes with a remote control. So what you do there? Oh, fine. He's done. Yo!
I don't think he's ever gonna. Can you program him to bring like Pepsi for the Hot Wheels car?
Yes, you can. You can. Actually, the arms open and close, and you can program up to 67 movements with the remote control. And then when you hit play, it'll go through and do whatever you planned it to. And he has great grippers for picking stuff up.
So you can basically chase the cat around the house with it if I set it up right.
My dog is terrified of this thing.
As well he should be. We got time for one more.
One more. Okay, instant snow. This is great fun. You pour this in here, and then you wait a minute, and there we go. We have, is this stuff fun? Ooh. And it's only like $3 for a couple of tubes of the stuff.
I gotta ask, can you eat it?
It's non-toxic, but why would you want to? And as you know, Patrick, every month I have a Guess What the Heck Is It contest at my website. and you can win an autographed copy of Mad Magazine. And this month we have something weird on there, so people can go there. And you know, Patrick, we had a lot of other stuff which we didn't get to, but I put it all on your website, so people can find other toy stuff that we didn't get to here.
So GizWizBiz.com is your website. Play the game, win a copy of Mad Magazine. The screensavers, you got the rest of the toys up there.
Excellent.
And the secret of the scary snow and the robot. Thanks, dude.
And after the show, I'll send it to you. You can eat it.
And I'll let you know what happens on a very special screensavers.
Oh, very special. Okay,
All right.
buddy. Take care.
You too, man.
Okay,
Thanks much.
bye.
Don't get up from your chair, folks. Still to come, Sarah's going to show you how to get rid of hidden data in your Office apps with a simple tweak. And up next, Adam has a hanker in the back of his GameCube games. Can he do it? Kevin's got the answer. We're going to tell you all about it when the screensavers continues.
4 years ago, we needed a web hosting company we could count on.
Four. To play the blues, you have to understand pain.
Less pain, less blood. On your fingers or your arm. One Touch Ultra. Results in 5 seconds.
You want to feel it here, not here.
One Touch Ultra.
Exhausted to the extreme? Get new Zest Cool Extreme with refreshing mint. It wakes you, shakes you, and revives you with a cleaner rinse that's fresher than ordinary soap. New Zest Cool Extreme. Feel the mint and get refreshed.
Always playing around with me up here. On to sports. It took them until their 10th game, but the Kansas City Chiefs turned out to be human. This is a Chiefs punt coming down into the hands of Cincinnati Bengal Peter Warrick. The Chiefs never managed to get in his way much as he ran it back 68 yards for a third-quarter touchdown. Same Peter Warrick was on the receiving end of a John Kitna pass in the fourth. He twisted out of trouble and ran it into a 77-yard touchdown. The Bengals handed the Chiefs their first loss of the season, 24-19. Cincinnati is in a first-place tie with Baltimore in the AFC North. It took the Raiders just 49 seconds to tell the Vikings they cannot afford mistakes in Oakland. On the second play of the game, Minnesota's Dante Culpepper was picked off by Oakland's Phillip Buchanan. Buchanan returned it 64 yards for a touchdown. The Vikings continued to make mistakes, and Oakland won the game 28-18. But the Raiders have some other problems, and they are spelling it THG. CBS's NFL Today and Sportsline.com say 4 Raiders are facing suspensions for using the newly discovered steroid. The reports name Dana Stubblefield, Barrett Robbins, Bill Romanowski, and Chris Cooper. They do not name Raider Tyrone Wheatley, who got into this publicized squabble with a photographer last week. Wheatley was on his way into a San Francisco grand jury to talk about the nutritional lab Balco and THG. The drug is causing concern among sports authorities across the world.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
The story's not going to end.
You see the back of the Post today? We didn't mention this morning, but the Giants lost again this weekend, big time, to the Eagles in Philadelphia, and the headline says it all, through blue. They're now 4-6, and if people were calling for Fossil to be fired a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't watch the game, but I could hear my husband crying in the next room, so I knew it was not good for the Giants.
He was crying because he thought you were going to buy him that dog dispenser. I can't.
What I meant
I'm not over that.
like many men, he cannot fend for himself when I'm not around. But
all right, gotcha. He'll be calling later to dispute that.
And he knows I love him.
That's sports for this half hour.
When we come back, the Kennedy assassination 40 years later.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Diamonds, the gift she really wants. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, laser inscribed and guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of mountings, and your diamond is set while you wait. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99. Marquise solitaires are $3.99, and 1-carat studs are $3.99. The Jewelry Factory carries most shapes and sizes, including 5 carats and above. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and Save, the Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
What's wrong with my SUV? It was fine last year.
Trust me, Pacifica's better.
Look, I'm telling you, all-wheel drive, heated second-row seats, it's perfect. See?
Oh, look cool, a navigation system so we can find our hotel.
Hotel?
Go well beyond the SUV in a Chrysler Pacifica. Now during the year-end sales drive, well-qualified lessees can lease one for just $339 a month, plus get our 770 powertrain limited warranty.
Hurry to your Chrysler dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Here's a look at some of the stories ABC News will be following in the day ahead. The U.S. launched a new offensive in Iraq overnight. Troops raided a Baghdad neighborhood and fired on a suspected training base in the north. The offensive comes as investigators look into whether enemy fire contributed to the deadly mid-air collision of two Black Hawk helicopters this weekend. A new Medicare compromise is headed to Congress. It includes prescription drug help for seniors. President Bush is asking for quick passage, but some Democrats are vowing a fight, saying it will create higher Medicare premiums. Californians are preparing to welcome their new governor. Arnold Schwarzenegger will be sworn in later today. And those are some of the stories we'll be following in the day ahead.
Time once again for Their News Now, our daily peek into a local newsroom. And this morning we're joined from Dallas by WFAA's Alan Melson. Alan, great to see you as always.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. You've got an update on the conjoined twins this morning.
Yeah, the story just keeps getting better and better. They were moved late last week from Children's Medical Center, where they had all their major surgery, up to a hospital about 15 miles away called Medical City, where they're going to begin their long process of recovery. Doctors say they continue to improve every day. They're seeing new signs of movement and recognition, and they're interacting with their parents and their older brother. And the doctors at Children's actually got kind of emotional when they talked about the experience, because they developed such a bond with these twins.
Yeah, as can be imagined. The photos are great with the smiles on the children.
Mm-hmm.
First Lady Laura Bush is going to be visiting the home state.
Well, she actually was here yesterday. She made a personal request to visit the new Nasher Sculpture Garden in downtown Dallas. So she was treated to a personal tour given by Ray Nasher, who the Sculpture Garden was named for. She got a chance to look at all the different types of flowers and vegetation and all the different sculptures and fine art that's on display there. And incidentally, while she was there, she also expressed her regret over the latest deaths of U.S. soldiers in Baghdad.
But I would imagine she generally gets quite a warm welcome, given the fact that it is kind of a return home for her.
It is. She lived here for several years while her husband, the current president, was owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team.
Speaking of sports, your Horned Frogs are finally getting some respect.
Yeah, I got to say I'm proud of the alma mater. They're 10-0 after beating Cincinnati pretty handily yesterday, 43-10. And the BCS drumbeat's really starting to get louder. You know, they are... a lot of people think they could be the dark horse coming in if they can win their last two games. They've got a real tough test coming up this Thursday in Mississippi against Southern Miss, the only other team who's currently undefeated in the same conference, Conference USA. So we'll see. A lot of people think that they could kind of upset the BCS party, so it'll be interesting to see if they can maintain their undefeated status.
And somehow I'm guessing you're going to keep us up to date every step of the way on this one.
I'll try.
Hey, you know, Peter Jennings has a special coming up on Thursday. We've been talking about it this morning, and as you obviously know, Dallas is gearing up for this JFK media blitz, particularly because it's 40 years.
Yeah, it's not something Dallas is proud of, obviously, but, you know, the city understands that a lot of people come here to find out more about it and to see the places where it happened, and they're expecting a huge barrage of tourists and media this week. They've, you know, obviously got the 6th floor museum where you can see the spot where the gun was actually fired from. And there's all kinds of vendors hawking conspiracy paraphernalia and newsletters, and there's even a conspiracy museum several blocks from where it actually happened. So it's not something to be remembered for, but at the same time it was a major event in this country's history, and the city's prepared to recognize that as we celebrate the anniversary.
In fact, Mr. Jennings' special actually addresses obviously the many conspiracy theories. Do you find that in Dallas people still believe that this was the work of more than one person and in fact the work of a conspiracy?
There's definitely a group of people who believe that that's the case, and like I mentioned, they've got websites and their own newspapers and everything they can think of to try to get that message across.
All right, Alan Melson of WFAA in Dallas, we appreciate you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
All right, thank you.
Even today, people remember exactly where they were and what they were doing when they heard that President Kennedy was shot. It happened 40 years ago this weekend. For many, it marked a turning point in the national psyche, the moment when the country forever lost a bit of its innocence. Life magazine has just re-released its first issue published after the assassination. ABC has combined some of those unforgettable photos with the sounds from that historic and tragic day for an upcoming Peter Jennings special. Here's a look.
Friday morning, 11:37. The President's jet lands at the Dallas airport, Love Field. The usual welcoming committee presents Mrs. Kennedy with a bouquet of red roses.
Please, something has happened in the motorcade route. Stand by, please. There has been a shooting. I repeat, a shooting in the motorcade in the downtown area. It appears as though someone in the limousine might have been hit by the gunfire. Put me on, Phil. Put me on. The presidential car coming up now. We know it's the presidential car. You see Mrs. Kennedy's pink suit. There's a Secret Service man, spread eagle, over the top of the car. We can't see who has been hit, if anybody's been hit, but apparently something is wrong here. Something is terribly wrong.
And the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head.
President Kennedy has been assassinated. It's official now. The president is dead. Women here in shock. Some have fainted. There's only one word to describe the picture here, and that's grief, and much of it.
Peg. Peg. Sin. Peg. Constitution of the United States.
Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
There is Lee Oswald. He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot. There's a man with a gun. It's absolute panic here in the basement of Dallas Police Headquarters.
The whole world is poorer because of his loss. But we can all be better Americans because John Fitzgerald Kennedy has passed our way.
We've all seen the photos so many times that no matter how many times you see them, it's impossible not to feel goosebumps. I mean, it certainly stirs up so much emotion. Neither one of us was born then.
Right, so it's not quite the same for the two of us as it is for people who did live through that. I mean, as we mentioned a couple of minutes ago, everyone remembers exactly where they were.
And everyone still talks about it. Was it a conspiracy? Was it a single bullet, single gunman? The debate will continue. Of course, we'd like to hear from you. We can give the website address.
In fact, some emails at WNN.abcnews.com. And in fact, we'll try to answer some of these questions about the conspiracy theories and with a Peter Jennings special this Thursday night right here on ABC. You're watching World News Now.
My skin always felt this dry until an amazing new lotion brought it back to life.
New Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion with 7 intensive moisturizers, nurturing vitamins A, C, and E, and 24-hour protection.
New Gold Bond Ultimate Lotion brings your skin back to life.
Are you tired of embarrassing facial hair and dread painful hair removal from sensitive areas? Hi, I'm Debbie James, here for Finishing Touch, the new pen-shaped hair remover that erases unwanted hair instantly and painlessly. It's designed for precision hair removal from even the most sensitive areas, absolutely pain-free. Watch, Finishing Touch can remove hair from all sensitive areas, yet it's powerful enough to remove even the thickest hair anywhere. The secret is the microtechnology that literally erases the hair cleanly and discreetly. And watch, it's safe to the touch, guaranteed. Shaving bikini lines leaves razor burns and bumps, but Finishing Touch removes hair without a trace of irritation and is safe on even the most sensitive skin. Plucking eyebrows is painful, but Finishing Touch has a special attachment that painlessly grooms eyebrows or unibrows. Waxing can hurt. Now magically, erase hair along the lip or chin, remove hair from all sensitive areas, toes, ankles, or knees. It's perfect for the entire family. It removes stray hair anywhere. Sleek and discreet for purse or makeup bag. Call now and get the Finishing Touch Precision Hair Remover System, a $30 value for only $14.99. As a free gift, you'll get the Quick Dry Hair Wrap to keep hair out of the way. A $10 value, yours free. But wait, call now and you'll also get our Finishing Touch Lighted 5-Time Magnification Mirror for facial hair removal, contact lenses, or makeup. A $20 value, absolutely free. You get it all. The Finishing Touch Hair Remover, eyebrow attachment, carrying case, quick dry hair wrap, and lighted mirror, an incredible $60 value for only $14.99. But you have to call now. Here's how to order.
To order Finishing Touch for $14.99 plus $5.99 shipping and handling, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-686-0110. That's 1-800-686-0110. So call 1-800-686-0110.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who's searching for a way to get back into the rhythm of life, maybe it's time you ask your doctor about Ambien, or call toll-free 1-877-9-AMBIEN.
Well, passengers aboard Song, which is Delta Airlines' new low-fare carrier, may soon have something new to sing about. According to the New York Times, Delta will announce today that it's installing an in-flight entertainment system on every seat on the plane. The system has 24 channels of live satellite television, 24 channels of music, and an interactive trivia game as well. Delta says customers who flew on the test aircraft were so enthusiastic they didn't want to get off the plane. That's because they were able to tune into Julia Caesar on the plane. So we're going to tune into her right now, get the business news from Julia at the BBC.
Thank you, Marcella. I was a bit worried what you were going to say when you said that they had all this in-flight entertainment in the seat. I thought it was kind of one that you actually sounded like, oh, bit of vibration going on there. That was quite nice, maybe. I don't know. It was just something that when you said that, it just brought a picture to my mind. I wonder why. Let's talk markets and get out of that very quickly. The FTSE closed at its highest point for a year on Friday, so that was pretty good news, despite the fact that there was a real drop down by some of the biotech companies in the UK as well. So that was being a bit of a negative pull on the markets. But what we've seen overnight, certainly in Asia, is that the Nikkei is down some 4%. And that's on fears that they are now going to be a terrorist target for Al-Qaeda. And so that means that they're very down. It looks as though all of the markets in Europe are going to be hit by that slump. And we're going to see a negative start to the session as well. And it looks as though the banking stocks are going to be one to watch out for, because they, again, have been hit in Asia as part of the massive sell-off. So very much concerned about the markets this week, and it doesn't look as though it's going to be a particularly good day so far.
All right, well,
Sorry.
That's okay. It's Monday, you know. Not all good news on Monday.
Yeah.
We were talking a lot this morning about the protests planned in London with President Bush coming to visit, but you've got news of a special chef lined up.
Absolutely. I think any time a big leader like Bush comes to London, you're going to get differing opinions. Everyone's very vocal in London. You do see a lot of people demonstrating. You see just as many pro as against. So it does look as though it's going to be a very big week, and we're going to have lots of cavalcades and all of that kind of thing going on. But we have also heard that Nigella Lawson, the celebrity chef, which I understand you guys are familiar with her work over there, has been called in by Downing Street to supply some comfort food at the request of Mrs. Bush. So Nigella will be serving up lunch for them, and she will be cooking some food for your president.
And we hear you'll be serving up the cocktails. Julia Caesar of the BBC. You're watching World News Now.
Right. All these CDs have to go, so we're giving them away. That's right, we've got so many CDs in our warehouse, we're running out of room. So we're giving them away free. These CDs, they do it all. They're top-of-the-line editions of brand name software, Home Depot, Webster's Encyclopedia, Rand McNally, and the American Medical Association, just to name a few. Names you know, names you trust, and you get them free. Video Professor partnered with these companies, and we have thousands of their CDs. But now we desperately need to make room, so call now, and we'll send you a pack of these new CDs free. Just pay the $6.95 shipping, and we'll send you $100 in great name software. What do these CDs do? What don't they do? But try this for starters. Learn secrets of the Home Depot pros, wallpapering, plumbing, carpentry, tile, insulation, and more. Then create your own home on your PC, add walls, carpets, a new addition, and see it in a 3D walkthrough. But that's not all. Create printable maps of anywhere in North America and try restaurants, hotels, and sightseeing stops along the way. Remember, this is free. How about researching almost anything in seconds? History, maps, nature, science, geography, trivia, and more. You get an encyclopedia of knowledge free when you call. Want more?
How about free medical help 24 hours a day? Health information, medical emergencies, CPR, drug facts, burns, fractures, cuts, bruises, and essential information for any family. And we're giving it away. It's not priced to sell because there is no price. We'll give you the CDs, you pay for the shipping, and they're yours. It's that easy. What are you waiting for? Pick up the phone to make sure you don't miss out. We need the space, you want the CDs, and you get them for free. Everyone's a winner. And if you call right now, we'll throw in a great $30 typing tutorial CD absolutely free. That makes almost $150 worth of software free with one free call. Don't wait. These CDs will go fast.
To take advantage of this risk-free offer and get your free software pack, you must call now. Call 1-800-394-8793.
Ambush makeovers at Target next Oprah.
It's Monday morning, and Saddam Hussein's hometown is the latest target in the U.S. military's new offensive.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
Troops shelled suspected guerrilla locations in the city of Tikrit. Hello from New York, everyone. I'm David Muir.
And good morning. I'm Andrea Stasu. Also this half hour, Arnold Schwarzenegger's new role. And Leah Rosen previews the holiday movies. We begin with Iraq.
The military's new Get Tough policy in Iraq is getting a lot tougher. Targets in both Baghdad and Tikrit were bombed overnight as the military cracked down on enemy positions where commanders say insurgents have launched their attacks. ABC's John Yang has the latest now from Baghdad. John, good morning.
Good morning, David. As you say, they are intensifying their efforts in Tikrit, which is Saddam Hussein's hometown. They fired shells at a location they say was used to fire mortars at them earlier in the day. But the big operation overnight was in Baghdad. They sealed off a 20-block area, searched about 450 homes. The Army says this area is where most of the homemade bombs have been manufactured that have been used against U.S. forces. They captured a lot of weapons and arrested about 21 people on suspicion of having illegal weapons. David?
John, do we have any new information this morning involving that helicopter crash over the weekend? Of course, we've been reporting this morning of the 17 soldiers who lost their lives.
David, this was the single deadliest incident since the war began. The U.S. officials are looking into the possibility that ground fire was involved in this collision of the two helicopters. One possibility is that one of the helicopters was hit by a rocket-propelled grenade. Another possibility is that one of the helicopters was maneuvering to evade ground fire and flew into this second helicopter. David?
All right, I know you'll be looking into this throughout the day there. ABC's John Yang reporting this morning from Baghdad. John, thank you.
This weekend's helicopter collision has pushed the U.S. death toll in Iraq past the 400 mark. The loss is especially difficult in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. That's where all 17 of those killed in the crash were based. The soldiers were members of the 101st Airborne Division. Authorities in Great Britain are bracing for President Bush's first state visit tomorrow. Tens of thousands of demonstrators are expected to take part in anti-war protests during the president's stay. Polls show a majority of Britons disapprove of the war in Iraq.
Back in the U.S., congressional leaders have agreed on a tentative plan to add prescription drug benefits to Medicare. Now, if the legislation is approved, it would be the most sweeping change in the program's 40-year history. But as ABC's Lauren Rogers reports, some Democrats are vowing to fight the bill.
Beginning next year, seniors would be allowed to buy discount prescription drug cards that could save them about 15% on the cost of drugs. And in 2006, Medicare recipients would qualify for a prescription drug plan with private insurers or through the Medicare program. It will cost participants around $35 a month, but the overall cost to taxpayers is still unknown. The program, however, would prohibit the importation of cheaper prescription drugs sold in foreign countries. The tentative agreement would also give private insurance companies a larger role in serving some 40 million older and disabled Americans. Senator Kennedy said he would not support the bill in its current form because seniors will pay higher premiums and higher drug costs.
This is right back where the Republicans are looking out after the insurance industry and the drug industry and are leaving the seniors behind. It doesn't make sense.
President Bush disagreed, saying the changes are long overdue, and he urged congressional leaders to pass the proposal.
I know I will be actively pushing the bill because it conforms to the principles I laid out, prescription drugs for our seniors, choice for seniors, accountability for the Medicare plan.
Majority Leader Bill Frist said he was pleased with the results after months of negotiations.
Congress has delivered. Our government has delivered. Our president has delivered.
The politically savvy AARP said in a statement, if these legislators can't reach an agreement this year, a major opportunity will have been lost and politics will have triumphed over policy and public health. Lauren Rogers, ABC News, Washington.
Democratic presidential hopeful Carol Moseley Braun has picked a high-profile campaign manager. Braun has hired former National Organization for Women President Patricia Ireland to run her campaign for the White House. The move comes 3 months after Braun received Now's endorsement for her presidential bid. Movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger officially becomes governor of California today, and he's vowing to get right to work. But keeping his campaign promise to erase the state's budget shortfall will be a lot tougher than annihilating alien invaders like he did in the movies. ABC's Brian Rooney has the details.
This is the State House in Sacramento, where later today, the action hero actor Arnold Schwarzenegger is scheduled to be sworn in as governor of California. He plans to get to work right away, probably calling a special session of the legislature. He faces big problems with big numbers. His own new budget director predicts a $25 billion deficit in the next year and a half. That's out of a regular budget of $100 billion. He's going to have to make tough choices. He's going to have to look at health care, programs for the elderly, possibly even education, and possibly making cuts in all of those things, or raise taxes, which he has sworn not to do. It all begins later today here in Sacramento. Brian Rooney, ABC News, Sacramento.
Well, singer Luther Vandross won big at the American Music Awards. Last night in Los Angeles, he was named Best Male R&B Performer, and his latest CD was named Favorite Soul R&B Album. Vandross, who you may have known, suffered a near-fatal stroke in April, was not able to attend the event, but his mother right here, you see on screen, she accepted the awards on his behalf last night, so that was kind of a nice touch and certainly a well-deserved honor for her son.
Absolutely. So many fans rallying for him. And I saw Patti LaBelle interviewed recently. She had just gone to the hospital to visit Luther, and she said he is ready to take the stage again. He's walking and speaking, of course, with assistance, but he is hoping that soon, within months, she claims, he will be singing again.
Yeah, and we hope so, too. I mean, it's been a long struggle for him.
He's so talented and so nice.
Some other winners last night, Clay Aiken, who came in second on the competition on Fox, actually came in first last night.